Hey, thanks for tuning in. Today we're covering episode 15 of the 30-part series, and we are going to be covering the Miami Marlins American flag union design. I'm Mike from That Wooden Flag. Thanks for tuning in. If you've been following along, you should now have 14 free easel designs that you can easily click on and download in the description box. And if you are new, it's the first time you're catching a episode, go into the description and download the easel artwork. It'll take you right to it. Just make sure you tell it to make a copy. And the link to all of the previous videos are also in there to the YouTube. So follow along on this journey of the 30-part series. And as always, if you have comments, or anything like that you want to leave into one of the videos, I like to read all comments and I respond to most of them. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. So, we are over in Easel. We're working on what would be a design for a union for a 3-foot flag, and the union size is 14 and a quarter by 10 and a half. So we're going to go ahead and drop the stars in. And while they're highlighted, hit edit, click center to the material. That's how you center things. And we're going to go in and we're going to pull in the Miami Marlins logo. All right, so we're going to pull in the SVG of the Miami Marlins. So we're going to go ahead and click on this little icon for import. We're going to go to SVG and we're going to browse my MLB logos. And we're going to find the Marlins. I got two different ones. This one, they're both similar, but this one's a little bit more distinct as far as the Marlin on there. So we've got everything highlighted. We're going to click edit, center it to the material, and I think that size is pretty good. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I need to get a shape around the entire thing. You can see that it's already multi-layered. So while I've got it all highlighted, I'm going to hit the little Lego, or for apps, we're going to go down to the Offsetter app, and we're going to make 2 iterations of this at 0.1 inches, and we don't want to keep the original. And you can see from looking at this, we're going to have 2 outlines, right? But I actually don't like that layout because see how some of them touch? I want them to both be individual, kind of like down here. So we're going to make that, we'll make it 0.12 and see if that changes at all. It did not. So we're going to go 0.14. Let's see what happens if we get 0.2. Alright, so still not feeling this. Actually, no, it might work. Let's go back here. Let's look at this again at 0.1. Yeah, this will work. So we're going to hit import. And first thing I want to do is I want to bring it down to like 0.6 so that I can see this design here. And I'm going to uncheck the 2 outer boxes. So holding shift, we're just going to uncheck those. And I'm going to uncheck this too because I'm not sure if we're going to need it, but we definitely don't need this one. So we're going to delete that. And then what we're going to do is highlight these again, and we're going to tell them to center it to the material. So they should all be lined up. And I want to get rid of this TM. So first thing I'm going to do, if you've seen this on other videos, actually I made the offsetter with the TM in there. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff here. Had I deleted the TM, I wouldn't be doing this right now, so my apologies. But it's quite alright. Alright, so we're going to grab this inner one, cut, clear out pocket. We're going to go to 0.06 inches. While it's highlighted, we're going to tell it to send it to the back. And then this outer one, clear out pocket, make that 0 depth. Send it to the back. Then we're going to take the stars and we're going to send those to the back. Now we've got some layers with some artwork that's hiding in there. Now what I'd like to do is we're going to see what our artwork looks like if we tell this to not carve. So you can see that we've now got kind of an outline there. And we'll do the same thing with this one. And now I have not designed this previously, so we're doing this together, guys. So we're going to tell this to not carve. We're going to change the outer edge here to 0.06. And 0.06. Not quite sure here, guys. I think I'm going to get rid of this outer edge just to see what we get if I play with the original artwork here. Let's see. We're going to go back and change this to clear out pockets. And let's take a look and see what this looks like. So I always like to reverse things when I do it because it makes it less work, right? So if you cut this union out and you decided that you wanted to paint the M and the Marlin, you could essentially use a sponge brush or some sort to just, I like to use oil-based Sharpies, but it makes it a whole lot easier to paint. Now I notice here I've got, it looks like some grooves, so clearly I've got some things being told to cut at different depths. So that's 0.06, there it is right there. We want it to all match. Now I notice over here, we've got some stuff here. It looks kind of odd. It's going to stick up. So let's inspect that. So I'm going to, oh, there we go. So if I move these nodes over to kind of just overlap, my guesses are is that those pieces that were sticking up will disappear. Probably because the lines of the artwork were a little bit close, and there you have it, they're gone. But we see we've got another one over here. So if we zoom in on this area, we just want to get it out of the way. We don't want them super close, we want them to overlap, and that is good. Except I do see one more little spot right here that clearly tells me that something's being carved to a different depth. So if we click on this one, yep, not at 0.06. So we're going to go ahead and make it 0.06. And I can bring it into this. Should clean it up a little bit. The tricks of playing with Easel, guys. So, what do you all got going on this weekend? Anything fun? I'll be going to my kid's soccer game. Just gonna cover that up. And we're gonna cover this little piece of the star that's sticking out. I think we got one more little piece of star sticking out here I want to get rid of. This guy right here. And there you have it. Miami Marlins. Took about 4 minutes longer than normal, but we did it together on the screen without knowing the artwork and how it was laid out. But just goes to show that you can get things to cut accurately and look correct in Easel. If you don't know what you're doing, you can just play around with all the stuff. So yeah, be sure to download a copy of this, guys, and make sure you actually make a copy into your own Easel account, and then you can make duplicates. Make a duplicate just like this, the little arrow, click it, make a duplicate. This way you can play with one and not mess the original up. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Catch you on the next episode.